Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be all about this color tattoo inked in pink. I picked this up earlier this spring and I've been playing around with it, and it has quickly become one of my favorites. So much so that I really just wanted to do a whole video in different ways on how to use this really great eyeshadow base. So I kind of picked this up a little bit on a whim. I fell in love with the color. I thought it was absolutely stunning, but I really had no idea how I was going to use it. But I do really like these eyeshadows as kind of as a base color for other looks. I think it really makes for a lot of drama and really holds the shadow a long time. I really love them. So I picked it up, I played with it a little bit, and then one day I was tooling around on Pinterest and I saw this look that was a smoky brown and pink eye look. That was phenomenal. And I went, wow, I love this look. How can I interpret this in a way that I could wear it? The person who was the model had really big, beautiful eyes and a lot of lid, and I don't have that much lid to play with, but it certainly served as my inspiration. So one of the first looks I did was pairing this with a brown shadow as my accent. And then I went, well, that's really pretty. I wonder what other colors it would go with. And from there it took off. So in this video, I'm going to spotlight a couple of my favorite looks, and then I'm going to finish up with a little tutorial on the look I'm wearing right now, which is using the Laura Mercier Artist Palette. So stay tuned, and I'll see you on the flip side. Today's look, I'm pairing the Inked in Pink color tattoo with the Lorac Pro Palette. Today's look starts off using the Inked in Pink as an eyeshadow base all over my lid, but not up into the crease. I stopped just below the crease. And I used this nude color over the Inked in Pink for the first probably 3/4 of my eye. And then I used the sable color on the outer third of my eye. And in the crease, I used this taupe color to blend kind of that all together and cream up in my brow bone. And then I used just a little brown liner from Mally called Tiger's Eye. And it looks like this. It's just a kind of a simple brown liner. I tight lined my eye with that, and I also brought it under my lower lash line. And some mascara, and then just in case you're interested, I'm using a Rimmel lipstick today called Dusty Rose 645 Moisture Renew in Dusty Rose. Looks like that. I love this. This is a great kind of basic lipstick color. So I'll zoom in and give you a tight shot of the eye look, and that'll wrap up today's look. Today's look starts out with the color tattoo in Inked in Pink, and I like to apply it with the Sonia Kashuk concealer brush. It has synthetic bristles, so it works great with that cream-based product, and you just have a lot of control in getting it on your lid, so I really like that. And then I topped it off with the Wet n Wild 3-pan palette called Silent Treatment, and using this pink color on my lid, and then this in the crease, and then this color here on the outer corner, and then I blended it up into the crease to kind of darken that crease color a little bit, and took a little smudgy brush and brought it down under my lower lash line. And then I finished it off with tight lining with this L'Oreal gel liner in bronze and some mascara. And that is today's look. So I will zoom in for a close-up so you can get a better shot of that. So for today's look, I paired the Inked in Pink color tattoo with Urban Decay's Smoked palette. And I'll run you through what colors I used and how I applied them real quickly. So of course I started off with applying this all over the lid, just from the lash line to the crease. And then I applied the color, hold it this way, Kinky, over the top of that. And just very sheer, just to kind of set it. And then I took Freestyle and used that up under my brow bone and just kind of blended that all together. And then I followed up with the Mushroom, this kind of medium gray color, and I applied that along my crease line fairly carefully with a very small, light, fluffy brush. So, you know, these colors are so pigmented, you have to be careful. You have to use a really light hand and kind of build them, otherwise you're going to end up with too intense a color, and then it's hard to take it away. So, you know, keeping a close eye, looking in the mirror so that I'm actually getting that color to show above my crease line a little bit. And then as an accent, I took this color Asphalt down here, this other gray color, and I applied that in the along the lash line, kind of, you know, kind of cat-eyed it up a little bit, if you will, and connected it up to the crease color. And used a little smudgy brush and smudged that same color underneath my outer lower lash line. And then, to really make that pink color pop with these grays, I took a little bit more of the Inked in Pink and applied that again to the inner corner of my eye and kind of feathered it in and blended that in so it really pops in the corner of my eye. And then I used the pencil that comes with this palette, Perversion, which is a really beautiful dark liner pencil. And I just tight lined kind of the outer, like from about the middle part of my eye, I tight lined and along the waterline. I didn't do the entire line because I wanted to keep the look kind of open. Finished it up with some mascara and I was done. And I thought it would be really pretty to pair it with a nice pink lip, so I used this Neutrogena Moisture Color Stick in Watermelon, and I think it really goes well. So let me go ahead and zoom in, and we'll do just a quick tight shot of the eye look, and that'll be it for today. So I'm going to start off by applying the Inked in Pink eyeshadow as a base using this Sonia Kashuk concealer brush. And it's a nice small flat-headed synthetic brush, so the product applies nicely with this synthetic brush. And I love the size because it's just really nice to get into that inner corner and bring it up without getting it all around the eye everywhere, which is what would happen, or what does happen for me when I use my finger. I end up getting it like under my eye and all over in the corner. So this I can get right in here and just bring it up, and I'm going to bring it right up to my, just at my crease there, and I just kind of tap that in. So the next step in this look is to take this color Guava and using a kind of a flat dome-shaped eyeshadow brush, I'm going to apply this color all over my lid where I just applied the Inked in Pink cream shadow as a base. Then next, using the same shadow brush, I'm going to go into this lightest shade here. It's called Vanilla Nuts, and I'm going to use that along the brow bone as my highlight. The next step is to get that really beautiful dark navy color called Deep Night. And I'm going to take a clean eyeshadow, domed eyeshadow brush, and tap that in. And I'm just going to lay the color down on the corner of my eye here. And it's going to look a little crazy until it gets blended out, but I want to keep the color kind of intense. And so I'm just going to apply it here, and I will kind of drag it up over the blending color at the end. So you'll see. So we're going to go into that Deep Night. And I'm just going to kind of apply it right here, just to the outer third of my lid, and kind of just up to the crease. So like you really don't even see it when my eyes are open. And it looks crazy when I look down. But it won't look crazy at the end. So you don't even hardly see that blue color until you look down. And so, just hang with me. Next color we're going to apply is Plum Smoke. And while it looks kind of plummy, it actually kind of comes off a little bit more neutral than it does in the pan. So I'm going to take it and apply it with a kind of a fluffier eyeshadow brush on one side. And what I like to do is take the eyeshadow side and just kind of tap it in along where my crease is. If I had a crease, that's kind of where it would be. So I've laid all the color down, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take that fluffy brush. I'm actually going to clean it off a little bit on a tissue and then kind of blend it together. So I'm going to still use this same fluffy brush, and just going to take some of the excess shadow off and use that to blend. So I'm going to blend the crease, and then I'm going to kind of soften the lines here, but try and keep as much intensity of that blue as I can. So the look is just about done. What I like to do at the end is kind of go back to that lightest shade that I've used in the inner corner of my eye called Guava, and get a little bit more on my brush and just kind of really make that pop and feather it a little bit into the blue. Help soften that line. Then I'm going to take a smudgy brush like this and go back into that darkest blue color. I'm just going to tap it into the, to the pan, and I'm going to apply it, oh, eye booger there, apply it along my lash line here, where the blue is, and then a little bit underneath. And I always like to make sure that I when I do this, connect the two. So I have a little bit of, smoothing I need to do here. And I'm going to just take this little pencil brush and kind of just blend just a tiny bit here, because it kind of went down a little heavier than I like there. So, you know, sometimes you just don't know. To finish this look, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Gel Liner in Navy. And it's just a really, really dark gel liner. And I'm going to use that to tightline my eyes. And apply some mascara. And I think I'll do that off camera because it's just easier. So I'll come back and do a tight shot without my makeup mirror on and some better lighting. And I'll be right back. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that the Laura Mercier Artist Palette is currently sold out. It's gone. But I figured I would include it anyway because some of you may have it in your collection. It may be available on eBay or Amazon. I did a quick search right before I filmed this and it looked like maybe there was one or two still hanging out there. However, the colors that I used for this look were not so unique that you couldn't apply colors from other palettes that would work. You know, a light pink color and a dark navy color and, you know, a crease blending color. So I still wanted to include this look even though that palette is not readily available. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.